Hello, besties. This is Best for Me, and I'm Shayla. This is the podcast validating narcissist abuse survivors and daughters of narcissist mothers. I hope you are doing well. Be sure to check out the episode description. I have some things for you there. One is a link to the Discord for Best for Me listeners. Here you can comment on the episodes, express how you are feeling, and do it in a closed members-only environment. This makes it easier to talk about our narcissist abuse. I also have a couple of deals I want to share with you. I'm still waiting on the smart coffee I ordered from Strong Coffee Co. As soon as I get it, I'll let you know what I think, and I hope you use the code COZYME so you can try their smart coffee as well and tell me what you think. For today's episode, I wanted to talk about my personal experience during the ice storm. I know the ice storm was spread across the nation. I live in Nashville, Tennessee, and me and my family were without power for 4 days. My family and I were blessed to have somewhere to go, but I know some areas were affected a lot worse than we were. Anyway, I spoke with my narcissist mother. Did I break no contact after 4 years of going no contact with my mother? Let me tell you what happened. She called me and I was in my car. I had gloves on and couldn't press the screen to answer the call before she hung up. So I called right back and she answered. She said she was calling to see if I was all right and wanted to know if we were without power. I told her we were without power and asked about her situation, and she said she did have power. I responded telling her I was glad she was doing okay. Then I told her I was out at the store and had to go. I know how narcissists try to hoover you back in, and they are known to show their narcissist behaviors prominently during the holidays. So when and if they have called during the holidays, I don't answer. I just ignore the calls. That's going no contact. However, going no contact with a family member, especially a parent, you may feel you have to make exceptions while still doing what is best for you. Because my mother called during the ice storm, I considered this to be a time when I wanted to know that she was all right. I didn't call her, she called me, but I know she lives alone and lives outside of Nashville, so the fact that she is my mother is what compels me to want to know if she is all right. Once we spoke, I knew she was fine. That was the end. A few days later, she called and left me a message wanting to know if we were still without power because so many Nashvillians were still without power, and some would end up being without power for more than 7 days. In her voicemail, she said if I could bring it to myself to call her and let her know if we were still without power, she would appreciate it. Now, my first instinct was to call her and let her know we now had power, but then I realized she is trying to hoover me back in and that it wasn't safe for me to call her. You see, before I went no contact, I would feel guilty for not calling my mom more often. I would make myself not go more than 2 weeks without calling her. I had to do this because I hated calling her. I would always get off the phone feeling hurt by something she said, and I might go a whole week ruminating about something she said, and I would always end up feeling I wish I had never called. So, after realizing she was baiting me to call her back, I didn't. Not only was I avoiding the hoover, but I also did not put her feelings before my own. I told myself that if I called her, it would be to please her and provide her with the information she's seeking. I needed to remain strong in my no contact. I also thought that she didn't need to know if I was still without power. She was lucky to get me on the phone when she did and to get that little bit of information out of me, and she doesn't need to know anything else. I know that I am not completely healed from my mother's narcissist abuse. My mother has been abusing and mistreating me since I was a child, and to think that after I left home, became an adult, eventually getting married and having a son, that she was still mistreating me. but in more subtle ways. You can get my ebook, You're Not My Mother, You're a Narcissist, if you want to know the things my narcissist mother has done to me throughout my life. When I made the decision not to call her back, that shows my growth to do what is best for me and not trying to please my narcissist mother. So, to answer my own question, no, I did not break no contact, but I hope this provides an example of when you need to make exceptions, but no, you must maintain no contact for your healing and well-being. Now, if this was someone other than a family member, I would not have been compelled to respond to her call. Now, besties, I'm enjoying bringing this podcast to share my story, and I want to hear from you. Were you able to get through the ice storm? Go to my Discord and let me know what's on your mind and who is the narcissist in your life. You will find the link to Discord in my episode description, along with exclusive deals on coffee and Cozy Earth sheets and pajamas made of temperature-regulated materials to prevent sweating, something us menopause ladies need. Thank you for listening. Have your best day being you. This is Best for Me. I'm Shayla.